Building a gaming PC rig is a great way to gain a connection with something you'll be using for a long time. However, that doesn't necessarily mean it's the right path for everyone. Many gamers may not have the time or energy to go through the entire process of plotting components and actually piecing everything together. Pre-built gaming PCs are always tempting, even to seasoned builders, due to the fluctuating prices of PC components. That was the case for this Cyberpower Gamer Supreme Tower we purchased at Best Buy. Retailing at $1,199, this gaming rig offers a very competitive experience that we would have had a very difficult time replicating a comparable build on our own. Let's start off with the actual components inside this little machine. This particular configuration utilizes the cost-effective Red brand with high-end AMD components. A Ryzen 7 3700X processor backed by a Radeon RX 5700 XT 8GB pushes this rig into a high-performance range for PC gaming. Adding 16GB of RAM, which is plenty sufficient for gaming purposes, and 1TB SSD of built-in storage to boot, and that shapes up to be an exciting pre-built setup ready to play out of the box. With 8 cores and 16 threads leading the way, I haven't really encountered anything entertainment related that has let me down since plugging this tower in. My highest level of graphic card experience up to this point has revolved around the RX 580 and the 1650 Ti. Both of those are great 1080p cards. But with this setup, I wanted to run my titles at 1440p to see if it can handle that little bump up to Ultra. Unsurprisingly, I played Tomb Raider and Hitman 2 at a comfortable frame rate that was enjoyable. The MMORPG Black Desert Online, which is one of the better looking massive online multiplayer games, also ran beautifully and smoothly at high settings. I've recently been running newer games like Dauntless and Genshin Impact at 1440p as well, without any noticeable hiccups. Here are some gameplay videos. What I'm trying to say is that I'm perfectly happy with the performance the tower is providing for the price I paid. I feel like I probably could have squeezed out a little bit more if I picked my own set of parts and did my own build, but that would take weeks of price hunting, and I doubt my overall standing would alter that significantly if I went that route. For the market value of when I purchased this gaming PC, it's upheld tremendous value to me. There are 3 sets of RGB lit fans that can be color cycled and toggled through a button at the top of the tower. There are 14 different RGB cycles ranging from static to rotating pulsing colors, and these ring fans are what gives this Supreme Tower its aesthetic individuality. It's nothing too outlandish, but it gets the point across that this is a gaming PC through the glass side and the front panel. The eye candy factor of these ring-lit fans just isn't there for me, but I'll take it nonetheless because, it's included. There's also a liquid cooling system on board, and that's always nice to have in a pre-build. While I have had points during gameplay sessions where fans seem to run a bit more loudly than I would like, I have yet to really see the PC stress under Quad HD gaming peripherals. Fan noise is a thing I have to live with, especially as I keep it on the top of my desk setup, yet the occasional increase of volume of the fans and the liquid noise is worth the cooling benefits in my opinion. As far as ports go, there are 8 total USB-A ports, with 2 of them at the top of the tower next to the headphone and microphone jacks for easy access, and there's also 1 HDMI slot and 2 display ports located on the back. The case itself is rather simple, but it does suit my taste, I guess, at least in terms of its color scheme. You can't really go wrong with a white and black combo with glass panel windows. While there are certain preferences that I would have chosen differently if I were to purchase my own housing, I don't see anything significantly bad about the one Cyberpower chose for this PC. It's functional with enough room to house the parts it needs, and aesthetically pleasing enough to look at for the most part. I mean, it looks pretty clean for the most part. I've never actually held Cyberpower in high regard, as I've always been concerned about the quality control of their products. This PC has improved their standing with me in at least the performance aspect. The included mouse was absolute garbage. It came dismantled in 3 pieces the minute I opened the box. From reading Best Buy reviews, it looks like others have had lemon mice as well. Not a great first impression, but the included mouse and keyboard are an afterthought after all. Most of us have our preferred gaming accessory companions already anyway. I'm just glad I can say that the PC itself has held up very well half a year into its tenure as my gaming machine.
So the other day I went to the market and I saw a bunch of people with their iPhones just checking their grocery lists. And I told them, hey, you should subscribe.